Hello, welcome to another episode on Evolve, where faith meets rhythm and life finds its full expression. I'm your host, Olufunmilayo Oloyede, and in today's episode, I'll be touching a part that is so relatable, so relatable to me. I'm going to be talking on being a mature single and still say yes. Still smiling, growing, hoping, loving life, even while expectant. I am particular about the word I'm using because I know over the years we hear single, searching and waiting. Sometimes we can be waiting and not expectant. So I'm changing the narrative today, so please permit me. And let's be honest with ourselves. Being single in your 30s, 40s, beyond can feel like you are in a waiting room of no return. It's as if no one wants to admit friends are married. Some friends are even grandmothers, grandfathers, some with 2 kids or 3. And sometimes family throws side comments. Thank God for the kind of church I attend, they don't let you feel awkward. Some church folks makes you feel awkward, and it feels as if you're doing life alone. You are solo on your own part. But the beautiful thing of being single doesn't mean being stuck. And I've seen couples who are married and they are stuck. Why? Because the beginning of the relationships were not well defined. Yes, marriage is good. And I'm very big on family. Very big on family. But sometimes we need to tell ourselves the truth. That being a matured single is not a punishment. What it means is that you have grown over the years. I'm not talking about growth in number of age. No. I'm talking in growth. What life has taught you over the years, what you've been able to imbibe as an individual and you've been able to learn from. That is what I meant, because I've seen an aged, let me use it in my Yoruba English, aged people whose mindset is myopic in nature. And I've seen young people, young adults whose mind, the wisdom, the wealth of their wisdom is enormous. So I'm sure those are 2 extremes. So you've grown over the years. Life has taught you maturity. It has taught you to sit with your own thoughts. It has taught you to pay your own bills. It has taught you to make choices rooted in wisdom and not desperation. And sometimes it has taught you to pause on your life's purpose. Sometimes you find yourself moving at a speed, then you check yourself and say, girl, you need to check yourself. So what that does is that it has taught you not to look for someone to complete you, in quotes, because that word completion has a lot of meaning in another aspect. But to complement the wholeness that God has already shaped out of you. So now let's talk about the pressure. I hear comments like, the pressure is too much. And sometimes, by the reason of the privilege I've had over the years, some people will tell me my parents won't let me be, my siblings are rubbing it on me, this one is doing this one is yelling at me, I don't have a voice in my family, I can't even say anything. Before I say anything, they will tell me, go and do this, go and do that. Girl, you need to guard your mind. Silence the noise around. I remember there was a time in my life I would attend extended family parties. Then I get comments like, before someone greets me, this person will make a comment, someone is greeting you and is praying one funny prayers that has no basis. I noticed once, twice, the third time I got back home, I said, for me, you don't owe anybody. If you don't go to extended family parties, it is not by force. I had to silence the noise. And I remember there was a scenario, this beautiful aunt of my, distant aunt, for that matter, we hadn't seen for decades. And she said in Yoruba and said, Fumi, báwo dẹ̀ ni condition That word condition hits my head. I said, condition. And I responded, I said, condition wo le bára yín mà? He said, kinika. I said, oh. I gave her a response. And thankfully enough, one of my first cousins was standing beside me. That one, she was just giving it to her. I was not giving her side. But those things, they don't move me. And they didn't even move. So I had to silence them. So you need to silence the noise around you. You need to silence the noise. Set boundaries. Remind yourself that timelines are not divine. God's timing is not delayed. It is deliberate. Some days you feel lonely, some days you feel alone. Let's not pretend such does not happen. But loneliness is not the enemy. Isolation is. That you are lonely is not the enemy, it is isolation. So you need to stay connected with people of like minds. Stay connected with healthy-minded people. Build community with them. Find joy in friendship. Go to therapy if it's needed. Pray. Journal. Travel. I enjoy traveling, and I'm telling myself, for me, you need to get back to start traveling back. Travel. Save. Start living. Do not put your life on a stop because you are expecting something. Do you. Do you. I'm sure you see that I'm taking my time to discuss this with us because it is very relatable. Do you. This season is very fertile. It is now your time to build. It is your time to explore. It is your time to invest in your dreams. It is now your time to start that new business. It is now your time to do something new. You want to do something new, start it now. This is your time. Enjoy this moment so that when you look back in the next 10 years, after God must have answered that aspect of your prayers, you won't regret that you didn't maximize this moment. Oh, I think I need to stop here. Till I come your way next time, I remain your host. Bye.